love the holidays.
Yeah!
And I also love to entertain. In fact, over the years, I've gathered together my favorite recipes and ideas to create a one-of-a-kind holiday handbook. It's filled with pages and pages of cherished recipes and menus, unique party themes, cocktails for every occasion, and some really fun decorating ideas. Whether it's a classic Thanksgiving dinner, open house, or Christmas with the kids, I have everything you need to make the party truly sparkle.
Ching ching!
Today I'm making Christmas dinner for my family.
Dig in, everybody. Dig in.
With a festive table, Secret Santa gift exchange, and a menu of holiday favorites. Plus, I'm digging into my handbook to share recipes and ideas for making this year's celebration extra special.
All right, who wants the first piece?
It's a Christmas feast with my family, and you're invited. It's probably the one of the most special holiday parties in my family. And the pressure's always on. You know, I think long and hard about the menu and how to change it up. And I always feel like what I really want to do is keep an element of surprise with the menu, but also with the Secret Santa gifts, right? Nobody knows who anybody got. My menu also offers a few surprises, a modern twist on some holiday favorites. I've got tricolores stuffed pork, roasted acorn squash agrodolce, chopped romaine and radicchio salad, and for dessert, black and white brownie ice cream cake. The real kicker, which you can make like a week in advance if you want to. Brownie mix, vanilla ice cream, and chocolate chip ice cream, my favorite. Love to decorate with candy cane to really create sort of that Christmas feel. And then at the table is when I like Jay to finish it off. So it's like she's like dusting snow over the cake, which is, you know, really fun for kids to do. And it looks really pretty. So I'm making the cake portion of my black and white ice cream cake. So I've got brownie mix in the bowl, just store-bought brownie mix, 2 eggs, and we're gonna add about 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil and then 1/3 of a cup of hazelnut liqueur. There we go. Hazelnut liqueur to kind of doctor up and give this brownie mix a lot of flavor, a lot of pow. I mean, it's the holidays, it's Christmas, so you want some extra flavor. 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. So the almond extract and the hazelnut liqueur give it a nutty flavor. We're just gonna mix everything together. You don't need a hand mixer for this. Just make sure that all the dry ingredients are mixed really well with the egg and the oil and the hazelnut liqueur. Look at that. That is good. Yummy, yummy. Okay, so I've got a baking sheet. I've put some parchment and nonstick cooking spray so that nothing sticks to it. So after this is baked, we can just peel the paper right off of it. Okay, so just want to spread it out so you have an even brownie layer. I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. So my brownie has cooked and cooled, and now I'm ready to cut it into thirds. So we're gonna do the layering with this brownie. So we're just gonna lay it down right on the bottom. I put some parchment at the bottom of my baking dish so it makes it really easy to kind of pull it up later after it's frozen. We're gonna start with vanilla. Make it scoopable, but don't let it melt because you kind of want to control it and not let it seep down the sides of the brownie. Press it down so that you cover the brownie. There we go. All right. Next, we're going to take the next layer of the brownie and put it right on top and slightly push down. Next, we've got chocolate chip ice cream. So, if you can't find chocolate chip ice cream and you want the chocolate chips, just add the chocolate chips. Okay, press down the chocolate chip ice cream. You really have to control yourself to not eat any while you're doing this, because that's part of the fun. You take the top layer and you put it right over the top and press down. Then we take some plastic wrap and we're gonna wrap this baby up. You basically want to pop this in the freezer for a minimum of 5 hours because you really need the ice cream to set. All right, let's go into the freezer, baby. So my ice cream cake has been freezing for 5 hours, and I'm just using a little paring knife just to kind of separate the ice cream on the sides here of the pan. That way, you just pull from the pieces of parchment paper that we left, and it comes right out of the dish. Peel all the paper off, flip it over, and put it on this cold surface. I like to put it on a piece of cold marble so it keeps it cold while you decorate it. Then I take these little candy canes and I just like to put them right on the sides. And you might have to push a little. It makes it really decorative and very holiday-like. I'm gonna pop it back in the freezer until we're ready to eat it. Up next, the main course, inspired by my travels through Italy. And later, a simple side gets dressed up for the holiday. It's almost time for Christmas dinner with my family. My secret for success is creating an element of surprise. I'm doing that with a Secret Santa gift exchange and a menu that offers a few twists. My naked head ice cream cake is in the freezer and ready to go. Time for another showstopper, my tricolore stuffed pork. I thought about making the tricolore stuffed pork because of the time that we just spent in Florence. Fold in that special trip with my family into this meal. So I'm scoring my beautiful pork loin. And what I like to do is ask the butcher to butterfly it for me and also to take some of the fat off the top. But you want to ask them to leave you about a 1/4 inch of fat on the top because that way it keeps the pork nice and moist. Just create little incisions. You don't want to cut through the meat, just through the fat. And do one more. I open them up and season the top of the pork with a little bit of salt. And this is a 5-pound pork loin, which I think will be perfect. You can unroll it and add a little more salt on the inside. Really want to season the pork. And I'm using provolone picante, which is just a little stronger flavor. But you could use whatever provolone you find to put one on one side and one on the other. Go. Overlap them. These will melt into the pork while it's baking. It's divine. So I got a jar of roasted bell peppers. I think it's very Christmassy. The red peppers, the green spinach, the white provolone. So what you want to do is just open up the pieces of the roasted red pepper, layer it right on top. Gives it a nice smoky flavor too. So now that we've got the peppers down, we are going to add some just baby spinach leaves. But I just love the color combo. The spinach will slowly wilt in the oven, and it'll also keep the pork nice and moist. Look at that color. Gorgeous! Okay, so now we start rolling it up just like you would a jelly roll. So here we go. Time to tie this up. So you're gonna need about 4 strings. Just butcher string, you can find it in the grocery store. In the pan, I've got 1 onion that I sliced, so I'm gonna cook the pork loin right on top of the onion, just to give it more flavor. And I've also added some rosemary sprigs, just whole rosemary sprigs, because what I want to do is perfume the house and perfume the food. All right, so we take the whole pork loin and we just land it right on top of the onions. Fat side up, so that way the fat can render down. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands. We'll finish this off. Two cups of chicken broth. This will help cook the pork loin and keep it nice and moist in the oven. And top it with a little bit of olive oil. Right over the top, gets a nice golden tan. I'm gonna bake this at 425 degrees for 50 minutes, and then I'm gonna turn the oven down a little bit to 375 for another 40 minutes. Up next, a surprising twist on a holiday favorite. And later, we'll dig into the Secret Santa gift bag. I'm opening up my holiday handbook to share my favorite ideas and recipes for hosting Christmas dinner with my family. The dessert is ready. My tricolore stuffed pork is in the oven, filling the house with wonderful aromas. Time to start on the roasted acorn squash agrodolce. You know, when you go to the grocery store during this time of year, you see a lot of squash, but you're not sure what is what. And acorn squash is really delicious. And I just like to roast it in the oven with an agrodolce, that means sweet and tangy sauce that's very Italian. It gives it a final real great flavor. Kind of brings the squash alive. It's also really pretty, easy to eat. So it's time to finish my acorn squash with agrodolce. And I've got 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. And I've already got a 1/2 stick of butter that I've melted. So I get a little brown butter nuttiness that we're gonna add to the sugar and vinegar. Whisk it so that the sugar and the apple cider vinegar kind of become one. And then we take the slightly cooled brown butter and pour it right in there. The squash is already cooled. I put it on my beautiful platter. And we're gonna add a little bit of salt. And the butter gives this sauce a velvety finish, which I just love. Okay. A little bit sweet, a little bit vinegary. You want to pour it all over the acorn squash, just like that. And kind of allow the acorn squash to sit a minute and sort of absorb all the flavors. Start by dolloping a little bit of mascarpone. Bring it to room temperature before you dollop. Just adding different textures and creamy flavor to it. And then I like to finish it with a little sprinkle of smoked almonds for a little bit of crunch. And sprinkle it with some fried sage leaves. And that is my acorn squash. It is so yummy. Up next, a red and green salad that celebrates the season. And later, some simple ideas for turning the Christmas table into a feast for the eyes. It's a Christmas feast with my family. Time to make a red and green salad that celebrates the season. Always have to have a salad. A chopped romaine and radicchio salad. I want something with a little more body to it that can hold up. Green and red, really pretty, holds up really well at a party. I like to do the pita chips for a little crunch. And then I just make the dressing in a jar so I can leave it in the fridge and shake it up right before I'm ready to go. Super, super simple. Done. Take a mason jar and add a little whole grain mustard, champagne vinegar, grated Parmesan cheese, salt, and olive oil. And shake away. Just adding a little bit of cucumber, and I want to peel just a little bit of the skin off. I'm not the biggest fan of cucumber skin when they're this big, but I like the bite and the fresh flavor of the cucumber. Quarter it. The radicchio has a nice bite to it, so it's really nice with the pork, and everybody loves romaine. Let's add an avocado. Score the inside of the avocado. We'll grab a spoon and then just add it right in there. You can even put it in the fridge for a few minutes before scoring it because it helps keep the pieces of avocado really nice and intact. I love adding fresh herbs to my food, and again, it goes back to the herbs and adding freshness, which is part of my theme at Christmas this year. Some fresh basil, A little sweetness. And we're gonna add something that I love adding these days. It's one of my favorites. Little pita chips that I broke up for a little bit of crunch. So, 2 cups of pita chips. I just break them up. And then shake up our dressing and just pour it right over the top. There, toss that all together. Look how pretty that is. The radicchio gives it that nice red holiday color to it. Last thing. That green mustard and champagne vinegar works so well. As for the table setting and the decor for Christmas, I kept it really simple. Neutrals and some antique silver. I found these really cool sentiment chargers where they have like little writings like great food, great friends, just fun little phrases that are sort of reminiscent of what the holiday means. And then one of the things that I did for the centerpiece is just wrap herbs that I have in my garden. Rosemary, sage leaves, and just wrap the candles, which creates a wonderful aroma of the holiday. But again, just a reminder that this is what it's all about, spending time with your family and your friends, and that we're all very lucky to be able to do that.
Some of that salami and oh, I bet you're getting
What do you want? Hey, you guys, everybody should just wear their name. Who's gonna do the cheer? Dig in, everybody. Dig in. This squash is delish.
Wait, Auntie, aren't there like potato chips and...
Instead of croutons, Julian, I put pita chips.
I love pita chips.
The mustard sauce is delicious.
Yeah, that is mascarpone.
This is delicious.
It's really good.
It's like it's snowing on
Ice
cream cake.
Like a professional.
Because this is frozen anyway, so it keeps the ice cream cake nice and cold. See? All right, who wants the first piece? All right, here we go.
Here, you're gonna be
All right, Jay, do you want the first piece?
It's my kitty
first, buddy.
Yeah, women first.
Wait, where to cut it?
Shannon's gonna cry. Does Santa help you with it?
Yep.
Awesome. And there's chocolate chips.
Oh my goodness.
What's that?
What was it, Jay?
I think a lot of people like ice cream cake. I think it reminds them of being a child.
That's right. It's my favorite.
There's someone over here that hasn't said a peep since you got her ice cream cake. Was this your favorite part? Jay, do you want to start the Secret Santa?
The Secret Santa is another really fun element of surprise in there. So it's the giving and the receiving and the element of surprise over a great meal that makes a Christmas feast special.
To Dina.
Dina!
Yeah! Want to hand it over to Dina?
Think she's gonna like it?
It's so pretty, Jay. Did you draw it? Is this me?
Oh, that's sweet.
Yay, baby, that was awesome. It took me a long time. It's for shame.
Yay!
I was hoping you were gonna get me.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Oh.
It's a shave set.
Nice.
This is very sweet. Thank you very much, and I will use this.
I got this for someone who likes this band very much. It's a Sean.
Let's see, what does Sean get?
I know what it is.
I got a present for you. Wow. $2 bills.
That's good luck.
I love my orchids. Do I not love my orchids, Jade? Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, my favorite kind of wine. Beautiful.
Here's the thing. I was running late to this dinner that I didn't make it to the store. Jade, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jade.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Good luck.
Nice job.
Wow.
Thank you, sir.
You got it, Jade.
All right, Lulu, you are the last. Take something to like.
It actually matches your dress right now.
It does.
It's kind of crazy.
That's really pretty.
Yeah, we did it.
Merry Christmas, everybody! Thank you, sis! Thanks for all the gifts, all the secrets.